I was muted. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Miami Dolphins halftime coverage here from your very own Kai Chen Chisholm. How you doing? How's it going? Samurai Radio. A little bit more of my actual you know coverage that I would do, but it's halftime for the Miami Dolphins, and they're up 24-17. And I don't think a lot of people thought that we'd be there. I want to quickly apologize. Got some issues going on, but I don't think a lot of Dolphins fans thought that we'd be in this position. I wrote on SFMN a little bit earlier on this week. SFMN, of course, I write for Florida International University, FIU. And I talked about how a lot of what I thought the Dolphins needed to do, a lot of what I thought the Dolphins needed to improve on was the offense. But at the same time, how I wasn't necessarily too scared of the Cardinals. A lot of their, you know, victories and everything, or yeah, really a lot of their victories and stuff like that, but have resulted in certain situations. What's up, Adam? And I wasn't impressed, I guess. Like, yeah, the Seahawks victory was impressive. It was a great game, primetime television. You win that game. It was an awesome game on both sides, from Seattle, from Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. But I didn't feel it, I guess. And, just looking back, a lot of things, I wasn't really too impressed. So a lot of what I had said on Twitter so far today has always been, I'm not really too impressed. And I think the Dolphins, have some stuff that's going to be able to work in their favor. So far this game, I mean, let's look at some of the stats. I'll pull up some of this stuff right now for myself to look at. So far this game, Dolphins have played very well, I think, on both sides of the football. You've had some things on defense that, obviously the running game, obviously Kyler Murray and his ability on, to run the football. And then, of course, that 56-yard touchdown bomb where, you, as in Byron Jones, get absolutely scorched. Not great things, but I think that all of us can kind of look at all of this and go, okay, well, Tua is playing much better right now than he did last week, and I think a lot of Dolphins fans can be really happy with that, and just overall, fine with the performance thus far. So far for Tua, 12 for 17, 158, and a touchdown. Great to see. Absolutely great to see. That one play that should have been an interception that, he was sitting out of, or, foot out of bounds on the player who picked it off. You make those things, you make those mistakes as a rookie. Fortunately for Tua and the Dolphins, it wasn't a crucial mistake because, didn't count, ended up leading the team down, driving for a touchdown. And then, of course, Jason Sanders at the end of the half, drilling a 56-yard field goal. Now, his new career long. Before it was 54. Looked a little bit iffy, but drills it absolutely perfect. Great for the Dolphins, great for us. I like what I've seen out of Tua a lot. I think what I've seen out of the defense has been nice. Preston Williams, Jamie, I agree. Listen, and I'll get into that in a second, and I completely agree with you. I'm not going to shame the person that I've been talking about a little bit today on Twitter and last week, though I have a couple screenshots just for the end of the game situations. You always like to keep your screenshots. I think that for Preston Williams, you loved what we were starting to see. He had a bad week last week. I think he will tell you that. All Dolphins fans will tell you that. But he recovered, unfortunately getting injured. And I think a lot of Dolphins fans didn't see it at first, and I didn't really want to be the one to point it out. But Christian Wilkins did jump on him. And when they showed the replay on CBS, you saw when he jumped on him, he kind of started hobbling. Before that, he was, pretty perfectly fine. Hopefully for the long term, he's good. They opened up the offense a lot more. Changeli opened up the offense way more than he has, for, I think, both Fitzpatrick and Tua last week. I mean, last week, Changeli was calling scared. I personally think so, and it just wasn't great. You start off, you get some good throws to Mike Gesicki. You're seeing a lot of rollouts. 5 Reasons Sports talked about that a lot in the pregame, and I think 3YPC also talked about it, but I'm not completely sure there. But you've seen more and better. Of course, Devontae Parker, 2 receptions. He's only been targeted 2 times, so catches both of his targets. But you want to see more out of him. Again, for the defense, there's been some things here and there. You can't let Kyler Murray run for 52 yards. But a lot of the kind of design quarterback runs from Murray, we haven't really seen much. Dolphins getting pressure with the cover 0, but of course now they're having Bobby McCain stay back there kind of as that making sure that nothing goes wrong sort of situation, just as a this hurricane. For those of you guys who aren't in Miami, Hurricane Ada or Tropical Storm Ada, whichever one it is kind of coming down now and starting to come towards us. and I can hear it outside in my window. So, anyways, to this comment by Jamie. Don't want to hear any more about Tua not being good. Last week, I think that what a lot of people, and it frustrated me to my core, honestly, what a lot of people kept saying, and there's one person in specific, and if you're on Dolphins Twitter, you'll know Twitter. Oh my God. If you're on Dolphins Twitter, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. Just went on and on and on about how he wasn't special, about how, the team sucks and how he sucks and why'd you put him out there? He's not ready. It was to my core, I could not understand the amount of crap that people were giving. For one, when you look at the game, Chan Gailey was calling the game scared. I think it was extremely obvious. No one can say otherwise. He was calling the game scared. And then on top of that, like you have your rookie quarterback going in there. It's his first game. Well, he had a couple snaps in the Jets game, but that doesn't really matter. It's his first game since he had his injury that, a lot of people were just extremely scared about. Some people didn't know if he was going to play football again. There was these things that were happening that were, scary. And he gets out onto the field. He doesn't have a great game, but you win. On top of that, in the second half, you really didn't need to open up your offense that much. Your defense was getting the job done as we're starting to get towards the end of halftime here. But you didn't really need to do much of it. But to say last week, oh, he didn't show me anything special. Oh, he was trash. It's just so stupid to me to look at it that way. Tua did what he needed to do last week. And I think that's what a lot of Dolphins fans need to understand and realize, or not a lot, but what some Dolphins fans need to understand and realize is that he did what he needed to do last week. Even with that, there were drops that were, going on. So I think that you want to sit, Tua's not bad. I think that needs to be, ripped out of people's heads now. On top of that, I think the one thing that some people understand, I know a lot of people were comparing him to Justin Herbert. This has turned more into a Tua talk than it has halftime, but it's deservedly so. He's been playing a lot better, and he's been part of the reason why our offense is moving. And that's what you want. You want your quarterback to be an impact, right? Anyways, other things that are going on Twitter over here, I just, have to have it up, everything, yeah, but you want your quarterback to be able to be one of the reasons why your offense, or the main reason at least, why your offense is so good. And Tua so far, this week, he showed it. The first drive was not that great. You get a couple other things there, weren't that great. But at the end of the day, love you, Corey. At the end of the day, you want to see that moving. The offense has been moving. It's been great. But just because he hasn't been showing anything special, or didn't show anything special last week, and that Justin Herbert was playing good and Joe Burrow was playing good, it's just so ridiculous to me the way that people were acting. I think they needed to realize, like, hey, it's literally not that it's not that big of a deal. First NFL start, it's a game where you're going up against I think a lot of us would agree is probably, if not the best, one of the best defensive players to ever play in the NFL. He was sort of neutralized, but it was still, he had that first play. But again, just as you were annoyed, Jamie, I was annoyed. It's like, I was one of the people, and it's on YouTube, it's on SFMN podcast, wherever you want to go to, you can hear me say, I like Justin Herbert a lot, and I like Tua a lot. My only issue with Tua was the injury. It just scared the hell out of me. He's healthy, perfectly fine with me, and we see it here. And even before then, I said multiple times leading up to the draft, after the draft, I said it last week, if Tua was healthy, he would have been the number 1 overall pick in the draft. I just, there's nothing in my mind that could change otherwise. And he just unfortunately wasn't healthy, and there were some concerns, and that's just where it happened. But overall, the team is playing at a rate that I think after week 1, after week 2, a lot of us were very upset with. I think that's even nice to say. We were very upset and very annoyed. But they're coming along. The defense has been playing great. 24-17, I think, is what I had this game finishing at, or I might have been 28-17. So already a little bit wrong on my prediction. Actually, I could look at it right now. I could just go to SFMN and find my prediction right then and there. A little bit wrong, I would assume, unless this holds, which I highly doubt. Let's see. What did I have it at? 24-17. Yeah, I had the Dolphins winning 24-17. Right now, they're winning the game 24-17 as Jason Sanders gets ready to kick us off into the second half. But I think it's clear that to all of us, we're not going to finish this game 24-17 as Andy Isabella takes it and gets tackled. Oh, there's a fumble. I think the Dolphins might have the ball. Oh, wow. Getting live reaction here from this. I'm going to get off of this in a second. Do the Dolphins have the football? Andrew Van Ginkel with the tackle. Andy Isabella looked to have fumbled it. Jason Sanders is signaling that it's Dolphins football, though there's 2 Cardinals on the bottom of the pile. They did come up with the football. That would have been huge. You would have started at your 15, 14, 13-yard line. Andy Isabella goes. Andrew Van Ginkel with the tackle and the fumble. And Clayton, I don't know how to say his last name, not able to come up with the football. And neither was Frazier. So, yeah, Andy Isabella and another Cardinal player able to get on top of it. But now we're back into the second half. If you guys want to see more of the Dolphins talk, I'm going to try to put some videos up eventually. But I've been streaming, so make sure you turn into some of those streams. I'll answer any Dolphin question if it's there. And then, of course, I do post-game with 5 Reasons Sports, so we'll have that post-game up. And then I'll have Gators post-game as well with 5 Reasons Sports today. So thank you guys so much for chilling with me and enjoying some Dolphin stuff as Kyler Murray hands the ball to Chase Edmonds and he goes absolutely nowhere. So thank you guys for chilling with me for the halftime show. I'm going to try to do this every single week now just because I've been having a renewed motivation. But yeah, I will see you guys after the game. If you check out 5 Reasons Sports for